Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know what you wanna say. What's the plan is to take the time has changed. Keep the clothes on the floor, open up, shake.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of DCA Wildcats. This is episode 192, and we are on the road to DCA Revelations 8. This is D-Wall here with you on commentary for another episode, and tonight's going to be a big one, folks, because we are going to hear from the #1 contender for the Wildcats Championship, Ellie Rose, on this program tonight. We're going to have some news on the next contenders for the Wildcats Tag Team titles on this episode. Also, Ami Lyn will go one-on-one with Megan Van Horne in a one-on-one contest. But coming up next here to start our show, we're going to have a singles match between Lyn and the new Goddess Champion, Trixie Decker. And I will have news on Trixie in just a moment as well, because her match for Revelations 8 has been announced, when at first we weren't sure if she was going to have an opponent lined up for that show, but we are going to have that match take place. She will be defending the Goddess Championship, and we will have news on who she will be defending it against coming up in just a matter of moments if you haven't seen Twitter. Also, after her shocking return at Gateway to Heaven, Melissa Morgan, the older sister of Ovanna, will be here tonight. And from what I understand, she's here to say a few words. She wants to have some time to speak, but I don't know exactly what she's planning on saying. So I guess we're going to be, finding out like the rest. We're going to find out like the rest of us what's going to go down there. But right now, here comes Lyn, former Rising Star champion, who, to say the least, has not been in the best of moods since she lost the championship. She's kind of been on a slump since she lost that championship. Not really knowing where her career's going, not really sure of what to do. But nonetheless, Lyn is trying to navigate where her next steps in her career is going to go, which I can completely understand. I completely get that. But either way, this is a big test for her here tonight, because she's going up against a woman who has been on a tear, for lack of a better word, since winning not even since winning the Goddess Championship, but even before that, in the Goddess Champion Trixie Decker. And as I said, Trixie's match for Revelations has already been announced. It will be a triple threat match. This woman right here, Trixie Decker, will be defending that Goddess Championship against both Abby Thorne and Kimberly Page after the issues that they've been having the last few weeks. And of course, both of them feeling like they deserve to be in a better position in DCA. And to Lucinda and Nadi's credit, they gave them the match. So now they're in a prominent spot on the Revelations card against Trixie Decker for one of the top titles here on the brand, the Goddess Championship. Trixie, of course, won that championship about a month ago from Akira Yukimura in a violent street fight. And we have not seen Akira on DCA programming since then. But then again, she got ran over by a train, so there's that. But Akira is scheduled to be in a Dragon Sanctuary match against Mizuko at Revelations, though I don't know if she's going to be there. Nobody else seems to know either. Trixie's plate is already full on that night, looking to defend that championship. Of course, former Wildcats Tag Team Champion, former Wildcats Champion as well, although if you ask Trixie, that's a situation she'd rather not talk about. But once again, Trixie is a champion here on the brand, a Triple Crown champion, as a matter of fact now. And you know, Nilin would love to be in that position one day, but right now she's up against... Oh, see, there you go. Trixie is not here to play around. She's here to get the job done and go home. Kick to the face by Trixie. Again, Trixie's not here to play around. She's not here for games. She's here to get the job done and get out of here. And Nilin, I don't think, knows what hit her, to be completely honest with you. Now look at this. Big heel kick. Taking down Nilin. Into the cover. 1-0. And I'm sure Trixie understands that Nilin isn't a pushover. But at the same time, Trixie's here to send a message to the locker room. She's here to send a message to anybody that's within earshot that this championship that she's got isn't going anywhere. And I guess that's understandable considering the fact that, considering what she had to do to win that title. What do you think she's going to do to keep it? Oh, now look at this. Slamming her shoulder to the ring post. That's exactly what she did to Celeste Amira at Gateway to Heaven, and we haven't heard from her since. The rumor was she had a separated shoulder because of what Trixie did. 2-0. And of course, we haven't seen the Privileged Generation since that night. More specifically, we haven't seen Michelle Rockford since Trixie took her out at Redemption last year. So when I say that this woman has been on a tear through the DCA roster, I meant that. She has spared no one in her pursuit of domination on this roster. It's now right to the arm of Nilin. And I think Nilin has got to understand that she's in the ring with a very dangerous woman right now. If she's going to get the win, she's got to do it and do it now. And now look at this. Wow, look at that. Sunset flip by Trixie. 2-0. Trixie, I guess, is trying to give Lyn all the chances she can to get out of this before it gets worse, but at the same time, Trixie's not taking it easy on her either. She wants to win. Now, sweeps the legs. And now look at this. Sweeps the legs. Lyn's who can sweep the leg this time. Now look at this. No. Got the knee up. And again working on the arm. This is exactly what Trixie did against Celeste in order to win the match at Gateway to Heaven and retain the title. She worked on the arm through the majority and ended up nearly snapping that arm out of place. If she didn't do it, she nearly did it. Double knees in the corner by Trixie as she's going up to the top. As now went for the knee drop. Lyn got out of the way. And now Lyn locking the arms. Straight jacket German suplex with a bridge. 2, no. Trixie said on social media when this match was announced, she said that she doesn't know Lyn, and that's good because she won't feel bad for breaking her. And honestly, she's been breaking a lot of women on this roster in the last year. Whippersnapper by Trixie. Quickly into the cover again. 2, no. Trixie has broken a lot of women on this roster, whether she's meant to or not. That's just the facts. And if Lyn's not careful, she'll be another victim by the end of this night. There's a German by Lyn. 1, 2, 3. No, just a 2. Lyn on the top rope. Big elbow drop. Quickly going into the cover. 2, and a kick out by Trixie. But Lyn can't waste time. She can't lose focus here. She's got to stay on her. Now Lyn, oh, what an elbow. Dropped her with the elbow. Came completely out of nowhere. And now, big right hand. Is now Lyn trying to pick Trixie up. She gets a jawbreaker for her efforts. He kicks to the midsection and another one sending her into the ropes. And now Trixie sending Lyn to the floor. As now it looks like she's about to fly. Look at this. Tornado DDT. And Trixie is once again back in the driver's seat in this match. Every time it looks like Lyn has some kind of advantage or some kind of path towards it, Trixie just shuts the door immediately. Now look at this. X Factor. Roll through X Factor. 2, no. Now Trixie going back up to the top, but Lyn's already up and drives her down to the mat. And maybe that's what Lyn needed to get back in this match, because she's been on the defensive for a good chunk of it. As now she's trying to find some way to get the advantage back in her favor, ducks the clothesline and grabs one of her own. But can she capitalize? She's got to do it and do it now. And it looks like she's going to do it here with a curb stomp. That might have done it. Might have planted her into the mat, but no. Trixie is not going to be put down that easily. Not by any means. You might have to catch her with something she's not expecting in order to get the win here tonight, because she's seen it all, she's done it all. She's not a rookie. Far from it. She's been in her share of matches, violent matches or otherwise, as Lyn just does a barrel roll over to the outside of the ring onto Trixie. As now Monahan, or not Monahan, that's Mini Walter in the ring. Getting my referees confused now, folks. Nilla now trying to wait for Trixie to get to her feet. There's a missile drop kick, sending her inside out in the middle of the ring, and now she's going back up to the top. What could she be planning here? Trixie trying to get up. I don't think she sees Nilla on the top rope. Oh, maybe she does. And now setting her up on the top rope. I don't know what the heck Trixie is thinking here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Neck breaker from the top. That could very well do it. 1, 2, no. And Trixie can't even believe it. And now Trixie with a code breaker. And maybe that'll do it. Maybe that will be the killing shot here. 2 and no. Again, Dylan able to kick out. And I think Trixie, if she didn't already, is finding out how resilient Millen is. And I think a lot of other people have forgotten about that and have forgotten just how good Millen can be in that ring. But I don't think Trixie gives a damn about how resilient she is. She's going to keep breaking her until she doesn't move anymore. There's a DDT standing her right up on her head on the apron. And Trixie going back inside the ring. Nillen might be out here, to be completely honest with you. And a big shining wizard. Did you see the way her neck bent? And she's holding her head, and Minnie Walter checking on Nillen right there, because her head whiplash off of that shining wizard, and Nillen is in deep trouble. Now Trixie's gonna take advantage of that neck injury that she may have given to Nillen with these repeated leg drops. Now Nillen in trouble some more, is getting sent into the turnbuckle, and now I don't even think Nillen knows exactly where she is, and I think Trixie's gonna take advantage of that with the most overused move in virtual wrestling, the superplex. But on the way to the floor instead of in the ring. And I think it's just message time for Trixie at this point. I don't think she really cares about a win or a loss anymore, even though a win would be good. She just wants to send a message to the entire Takedown and Wildcats roster, the DCA in general. But I mean, mostly the Wildcats. She wants to send a message that she's the top of the food chain. I mean, think about how unstoppable she's been the last year. Death Valley driver on the concrete floor. I honestly don't see anyone stopping her at this point. If Nillen can't, I don't know who can. And Nillen looks out of it. Nillen looks dead to the world right now, because she has not really been able to sustain any kind of significant offense in this match. Oh my God. Like I said, this is just message sending time by Trixie right here. She said she was going to break Nillen, and it looks like she's successfully done so. And here we go. Get jinxed. Right on that arm that she was targeting throughout the matchup. And that's it. It's over. Message sent by Trixie Decker. Not just to Nillen, not just to Kimberly Page, not just to Abby Thorne, but to the entire roster. And I don't know who in the world can stop this woman at this point, because she's been on a tear. Everything that she said everything she has set out to do in this company, she has done. Every promise that she's made, she's kept. And sometimes those promises have been at the expense of others, such as the privileged generation, such as Celeste, and more recently, Millen here tonight. And now Trixie looks to take this momentum she's got all the way to Revelations, where she will defend that title in a triple threat against Abby Thorne and Kimberly Page, which should be a hell of a match. Despite everything, it might be one of the show stealers when it comes to this year's Revelations event.
Jones from Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage, and I'm proud to announce my new Steph Curry Chicken Playoff Special. It's a whole chicken drenched in a spicy curry sauce. Then I throw it at you from 27 feet away. Splash! Now friends, you may ask yourself, how come we ain't got no LeBron meal? Well, what has LeBron ever done for Toby? At least Steph is out there representing my jingle. LeBron too busy pushing Kia. Hell, I ain't seen a brother get so much attention for a Korean car since Rodney King. And now you can enjoy a spicy curry chicken or family foot rub at home with my new Jones Spicy Curry Barbecue and Foot Rub Chicken Sauce, wherever fine sauces are sold.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Well, Ami Lyn doing the job of her friend, I guess, Ovanna, who I'm sure they're both going to be listening very closely to that address by Melissa coming up later on, because Melissa has not been seen in this company in a very long time, and the last person that she was in the ring with was Ovanna, and Ovanna was the one that drove her out of DCA in a sense. But right now we have a tag team matchup on deck featuring 2 of the 4 women that will be competing for the Wildcats Tag Team Championships at Revelations. That's right, folks. I'm announcing this right now. This is breaking news. Natalie Nice and Amaya Redfield will be in a fatal 4-way tag team ladder match at Revelations 8. The fatal 4-way tag team ladder match, of course, a tradition here in the Destiny Championship Alliance, as Madison Starr and Jamie Fury will defend the titles against Natalie Nice and Amaya Redfield. Their opponents tonight in the Bombshell Club, and Kieva Andrews and Lacey Adams, the Ranapur Rebels. The Bombshell Club, of course, weren't going to be in that tag team championship match. It was going to be the Black Plague Society, but considering the actions of the Black Plague Society the last few weeks, where they were attacking the Bombshell Club from behind, I might add, backstage, at live events, things like that, management decided to put the Bombshell Club in the match. And as for the Ranapur Rebels, well, they're former Wildcats tag team champions twice over. They've been a victim of the Black Plague Society as well. So if anything, in all essence, the Black Plague Society is getting punished for their actions of the last couple of months. And Amaya and Natalie have been one of the hottest teams in the division, and management felt like they deserved an opportunity, as Amaya immediately doesn't want anything to do with little 64 inches of dynamite Brittany Evans, so she tagged in Natalie immediately. And now Natalie ran right into her right hand. So these two teams, Madison and Jamie and the Ranapur Rebels, will all compete in a fatal 4-way ladder match for the Wildcats tag titles at Revelations, which that should be a hell of a contest on that night. One of those teams will walk out as the Wildcats tag team champions. Two of the teams are or were champions, and two of the teams have never been champions. So that's going to be interesting to find out who walks out with those belts. But also on that night, we're going to see the Rising Star title in a Dead Woman's 5 match. Of course, Horror Glory, the Celestial Champion on Takedown, will also be in a Dead Man's 5 for his championship. Of course, if you don't know what those are, Dead Man's 5, Dead Woman's 5, is basically a fatal 5-way, no disqualification, elimination match. It's just an easier way to say it. Blame Hit Kid and the Needhams. It's their concept. But in any event, if you didn't see Takedown, this is going to be kind of a spoiler, so mute the video for about 5 seconds, or 5 to 10 seconds beginning now. Horror Glory will defend the Celestial Championship in the Dead Man's 5 against Chris Knight, Aaron Anderson. I almost got confused. Jeremy Paisley, and a fourth participant to be named at the time of the match. As for the women's the Dead Woman's 5, it will be Bella DeSantos, Rebel Madden, Kanako Decker, and a fourth to be determined at the time of the match, all challenging the champion Strawberry Suki. So that is going to happen at Revelations. There's a lot of matches that have been confirmed already for this massive night, or 2 nights of DCA action at Revelations. And I hope you guys can join us for that event. There's going to be some other events happening around that time as well that we will announce soon. But as of now, Amaya and Laura Riot are in a kind of a hockey fight on the outside of the ring. Of course, there's no countouts in DCA tag team matches, so they can be out there as long as they want to, as long as the fighting ends in the ring with a pinfall. But of course, like I said, these two teams are going to be 2 of the 4 competing for the tag titles at Revelations 8. So you know they're going to be looking for a ton of momentum heading into that event. And now Maya going after the legs of the much larger Laura Riot. And now tagging in Natalie again, which might be the smartest move. And now Natalie going after the arm of Laura here and snaps it back. Of course, later on tonight, we will hear from Melissa Morgan. We will hear from Ellie Rose, the #1 contender for the Wildcats title. We're going to have Ami Lyn and Megan Van Horne in singles competition. Of course, that's all leading up to what I'm about to announce now, which is that next episode of Wildcats, it will be Ovanna one-on-one with Mari Pond, which I don't know how Hit Kid's going to feel about that, even though I have a pretty good guess. And that's happening on the next Wildcats episode. Now Natalie sending Brittany into her corner and tags in Amaya as now, oh, look at this. You'll see some double team work now from these two as now watch. Oh, look at this. Powerbomb and exploder suplex. Very unique offense by these two. And they're going to have to, if they're going to be taking on the Bombshell Club, a team who this time last year, was about ready to hang it up because they felt like if they weren't going to be tag team champions, then there's no point in sticking around. And a certain Rose, not the one you're thinking of, convinced Mercedes and the group to stick around a little longer. And now they are at the top of the mountain just waiting to reach the peak. And that peak is becoming Wildcats Tag Team Champions. But can they do it is the question, because they've had so many opportunities to win those titles. They've had so many chances to be at the summit, but they've just fallen short every time. So at some point, you got to wonder, how much longer can they wait? There's a DDT by Amaya. There's now clothesline. And the second one. Ducks underneath. Big drop kick. And now Amaya with a super kick. She might have turned Laura's lights out with that one, and if so, this may be the beginning of the end. Uh-oh. I think Amaya is thinking something here. Might be thinking some coast-to-coast action. As now, there it is. There's the coast-to-coast. Maya may have hurt herself on that one, actually. That may take this delay may be costly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was right. Amaya hurt herself on that dive, and it took her too long to get Laura in position for a cover, and it cost her. As now Natalie back in the ring with Laura, and Laura with a forearm. Natalie rolled to the floor, but Laura was smart not to go after her, realized that might be a mistake. Trying to take Natalie off of her game isn't working so far. Laura's going to have to try something different if she's going to get the win here. Natalie now on an elbow tie-up. Kicks to the knee. And now again, Natalie off the ropes. And another enziguri. Going back and forth so far as now Laura with a spinning neck breaker. And this may be the moment Laura needs right here to regain her composure and get back in this thing. Quickly into the cover. Only one count, barely even that. And now Natalie is going to give Laura these kicks to the chest and one to the face. And now, again, to their corner. And Natalie with the strikes and the punches and an uppercut to follow. And now, what's she going for here? Foot wash in the corner. Natalie going up top. Going for a frog splash, but Laura got the knees up. Shot to the chest. If Laura didn't get those knees up, this might have been over. There's the riot act. Didn't even see it coming. Natalie in trouble, and she kicks out. But Brittany is not done with her. DDT after Brittany set it up. That was a smart tag team. That was smart tag team offense by the Bombshell Club. Got to give them that. But Natalie's still fighting. Big elbow, sending Laura Riot down. And Laura trying to crawl to her corner, but it's not working. Of course, especially if Natalie's in there, of course it's not going to work. Because Natalie's going to be right there to break it. Kick to the midsection. Going for something, but Natalie able to spin Laura out. 1, 2, no. This has been an excellent tag team match so far. Kick to the midsection. Heel kick. And another one. Missed the lariat. It gets a neck breaker. Now, Laura with a Death Valley driver. This could be it right here. 2, no. We saw a heck of a tag team match on Takedown between Calvin Richardson and Tyler Parks against Divine Greatness. I think we're seeing another amazing tag team match here. But again, that just goes to show exactly how important these championships are here in DCA. 2, that both of these women, both of these teams are fighting as hard as they are just to make a statement towards that event. This isn't even the tag title match yet. Jesus Christ. As now, Natalie again trying to fight on the outside of the ring, but Laura cuts her off with an elbow to the face. As now, belly-to-belly suplex. Again, like I said, these two teams, they want that opportunity at the tag team titles that they have already at Revelations, but they want to show that they're the dominant team going into that night for certain. Now, what in the world is Natalie doing? She's going for a Boston Crab on the floor, but she can't win out there. She can weaken her, but she can't win out there because she's got to get Laura's big frame back inside the ring. And now, these two continuing to fight on the outside of the ring. Elbow by Natalie. Both went for a kick. But Natalie gets a nice backstabber. She hooked the arm around the neck and then pulled back for extra leverage on that backbreaker. As now sending Laura into the apron. As now, is she finally, yes she is, she's going to get her back in the ring here. But Laura gets the tag to Brittany. Oh, but Natalie, seen this dance so many times. And now, Natalie, big uppercut. And a drop kick in the corner. Natalie is on fire right now, folks. But Brittany slowing it down with a drop kick. And now Brittany's the one in control. And now what's this? What is, oh, look at this. Shades of Kiva Andrews with the solitary confinement. I mean, yeah, it's called a regal stretch, but you get the idea. Maybe a shot across the bow, maybe, but Natalie doesn't give a damn about that. She just wants to get this win and takes flight over the ropes to the floor, between the ropes to the floor. She flew, everybody. I'm sure she enjoyed that. I'm sure she did. She yelled woohoo on the way down. Nonetheless, no matter how she did it, and now she's back in control. But Brittany right back with a boot. And now, what's this? Wait a minute. Oh, look at this. Double scoop slam. And now Amaya bringing Brittany over to the ropes. And now using the feet for leverage. Being a little cheeky there, I guess. And now Maya glowing in her handiwork. And now big forearm by Brittany. Good God. And now Maya having to roll to the outside of the ring. But Brittany's going right after her. And all credit to all four of these women in this match right now, because they are on a point right now. They got a point to prove heading into Revelations, and I don't blame them. Everyone's looking to prove a point right now. Oh my God, right to the steel steps. Right now, everyone is trying to make a statement heading into that event. There's a power slam by Brittany. And I think this tag team match right here is just showing exactly what my point is. So now Maya's got Brittany by the hair and just dragging her around and giving her a taste of her own medicine into the steel steps. And at some point you have to ask, how much more are both of these women willing to take? As now both women make tags. Brittany and Natalie are in now for their respective teams. And Natalie is going right to Laura Riot with these kicks once again. And drops her with a kick to the head. And she might have knocked Laura out cold. 1, 2, no. And now Laura getting out of the way of that. Laura, half Nelson suplex. No. Natalie able to counter a big European uppercut. And now Natalie in firm control here. As now, look at this. Bit of double team action by these two. Double shoulder block. And making a wish. Up, it kicks in the face by Laura. Laura with a heel kick now. That long reach advantage coming into play right there. Went for a right hand and Maya got a boot in. As now Maya, oh nope. Laura able to counter. Laura now Irish whip into the corner. Big shot. Open hand palm thrust. As now, this does not look good. Cover. 2, no. This has been one heck of a tag team match, folks, between two of the top teams on this roster. There's a reason that they are going to be at Revelations like they are. It's now Laura just sending Amaya's head repeatedly into the turnbuckle. And I don't think she knows where she is right now, but she makes the tag to Natalie. And I think that was a well-needed tag. Oh my goodness. One right hand sending Laura Riot down, and now Natalie showing off that impressive strength. She probably got it from some of the food and catering earlier today. I don't know. As she is swinging Laura around and drops her, but Laura gets right back up. I don't think Laura appreciated any of that. And Brittany gets the tag. As now, Brittany, death sentence. Shades of her sister if you know some DCA history. 2 and no. My goodness. But Natalie trying to come back. Both women going back and forth. Natalie gets a kick to the midsection. Natalie going for something. Brittany counters with a forearm. Brittany goes for a forearm. Natalie counters. Natalie now going for an Irish whip into her own corner. And tags in Amaya. What's this? Going for the scoop slam again. Yes, they get it. Might be simple, but it's effective. And now again, Irish whip into her own corner. Went for something, but no. Brittany able to sidestep. Elbow to the back of the head. Irish whip. Off the ropes. Big drop kick. Now, what's this? What is this? Neck breaker. Don't let the size fool you. Both of these women know how to go in the ring. As now Maya tags back into Natalie. As now these two once again in control. The question is, can they keep that momentum as Natalie running in? Big splash onto Brittany. And Laura immediately there to make the save. What is this? Big DDT onto Amaya, and I don't think, well, now Natalie notices it and gives Brittany an elbow. But Amaya is down on the outside of the ring, so Natalie is doing this on her own right now, which honestly she can do. There's a, well, referee is down. All hell's breaking loose now, folks. Referee's getting back up. Half-hatch suplex. As now Natalie trying to get the momentum back in her favor. There's a kick to the ribs. But Brittany getting right back up to her feet. Went for something, but Natalie able to counter. And now Natalie, you can see the effect starting to take shape here in this match. Natalie not really sure what she's going to be doing here. Natalie now slamming Brittany's face into the mat, as I think Laura and Amaya are still fighting on the floor. They have no idea what's going on. Into the cover now. This could be it for the Bombshell Club. No! 2.5. And I don't even think Natalie can believe it as she locks in a dragon sleeper. Can Brittany get out of this hold here? Yes, she can. Missed this. Drop kick is now, Wait, went for something. Wait a minute. Running Liger bomb by Brittany. Good God. And now these two women once again going back and forth. Another kick to the midsection. And now dragging Laura around now. And now tags in Amaya, which might be a smart idea if she doesn't know where she is. She's got to get some rest. Off the ropes. Went for something, no. Brittany able to give her a fireman's carry. Going for something here. DDT. Flatten her with the DDT. And there's an elbow right to the jaw. And Amaya just crumbled to the mat. Went for something there as Amaya now sends her back into her own corner, gets a boot for her effort. And now, here we go. And now Amaya fighting back. And now Brittany fighting back. These two are going back and forth now. The two shortest women on this team, on these teams here. Watch this. Kick right to the arm. That's a smart move. You take out that arm, you take out the hollow point. And that submission she used earlier, there's the DDT to the apron. We saw that from Trixie earlier, but not leaping over the top rope with it. Is now Maya once again just kicking out Brittany's legs. This has been a hell of a tag team match, folks. Like I said before, we had a hell of a tag match on Takedown. And now we're getting the same treatment on Wildcats. Maybe they saw that match and said, hey, we can do that too. And that's exactly what they're doing right here. Both teams doing everything possible to prove that they belong at Revelations. And I'm sure that the Ronaport Rebels, Madison Starr and Jamie Fury are watching this match very, very closely because they know and they understand and realize that these two teams, if they're willing to do this in a regular singles match, can you imagine what they're doing with ladders involved? And now again, went for that. She went for that forearm, but Amaya caught her first with a leg drop bulldog and flattened her. As now Amaya, people's moonsault. No, Brittany got the knees up. Brittany got the knees up. And now, death sentence. Cover. Laura trying to get interference and she does not get it because Natalie took her out and broke up the pinfall. But that might have been a 3 count if Natalie was not there in time. And now mushroom stomp by Amaya. Again, these two teams will be part of a 4-team ladder match at Revelations with the championships on the line. And now Natalie's got this submission on Brittany. Is she going to tap here? No. Brittany fighting her way out of it. Kick to the knee. And now look at this. What's this? Head scissors and driving her face into the canvas. Now gets the tag to gets the tag to Laura. But Natalie not finished. Neither is Laura, neither is Natalie. Like I said, this has been a hell of a tag match. And honestly, both of these teams proving right now why they deserve to be in the spot that they're in. Most definitely. After the performance we're seeing from both of these ladies, from all four of these ladies, as a matter of fact. Brittany gets the tag back in. Natalie looks like she needs a Capri Sun on the apron right there. But she is tired, and I understand it. These two teams have been going at it for I gotta think 20 plus minutes right now. And this is an excellent showcase of these two teams and their talents and what they're capable of. As now Maya again just fighting back, sending Brittany into the ropes and now kicking her out of the ring. And now look at this, Jesus! Again, you cannot underestimate any of these women in this match right now because they are going at it 150% here as Brittany sends Amaya face first into the apron. And you know the Bombshell Club have been waiting ever since they debuted back in season 3. They've been waiting for this opportunity to be Wildcats Tag Team Champions. They have never had that gold around their waists. For Amaya and Natalie, it would be a dream come true for them who just debuted this season to get the titles. For Madison and Jamie, they just became champions not that long ago. And they're going to be their first defense of the titles. And then for the Ronapur Rebels, it could be their opportunity to become 3-time tag team champions. And now the most deadly submission hold in the game, the surfboard. So many have tapped to this maneuver in the past. But Amaya does not tap here. And with Natalie still needing that Capri Sun, there's the hollow point. Leg is hooked and Amaya kicked out. And Laura with the right hands to Natalie on the outside. She's hit the death sentence and they kicked out. She's hit the hollow point, they kicked out. I don't know what it's going to take right now, folks. I honestly don't know. But this is why Lucinda picked both of these teams to go into that ladder match at Revelations, because these two women in the ring, Laura Riot, Natalie Nice, they are all showing exactly why they are at the top of the game here in this company, in the tag team division. As now sending Brittany to the floor. And now, what is Amaya doing now? She is looking for something off the top. And Brittany ducked at the very, very last minute. I don't know whether it was because she was exhausted or out of instinct or what. But nonetheless, it saved her from an aerial attack by Amaya there. And that's maybe the opening that Brittany needs to get in this matchup. But Amaya is not going to let it happen. What a match, folks. I'm telling you. If you don't think these two teams are worthy enough to be in that spot at Revelations, then you aren't looking at this match hard enough, because they are fighting like the titles are on the line right now. And Amaya sending Brittany back inside the ring. And now what is Amaya looking for here? She's going back up to the top rope. Is she going to land it this time? Yes, right to the spine. But, oh, wait a minute. Brittany with an arm drag counter. Oh, what's this? Cravat neck breaker. Now tagging in Laura, which might be a smart move. Brittany was in there for quite a bit. And now Laura, what's this? Stun gun! Hanging her out to dry on the ropes. What a right hand by Laura. Uh-oh, Laura now. Is she gonna hit this Death Valley driver? Yes, she is. And now, big elbow drop. Amaya isolated in the Bombshell Club corner. Smart tag team wrestling here. Trying to keep her away from Natalie to make that tag. Irish whip. No! Amaya gets out of the way at the last moment. Can she capitalize here? Irish whip. Into the ropes. Went for the mushroom stomp, but Laura was too quick for her. And now a Luthes press. And she may have just knocked Amaya out cold with that one. She decked her right in the mouth a number of times, and it's over. Laura did not hold back on those punches one bit. And that was all she wrote. After about, I gotta say, near 30 minutes of these two teams beating the crap out of each other, the Bombshell Club pick up the victory, but give it to Natalie and Amaya here because they showed out tonight. They proved why they are in that tag match at Revelations. They proved why they could be the next tag team champions. Because let's be honest, folks, all it would take is to climb that ladder. Look at this. Amaya, look at that. And then watch this. Watch the way her head bounces off the mat and then the punches right to the face. And that combination knocked Amaya clean out. And after 30 minutes of these two teams beating the crap out of each other, I'm not surprised that that's what did it. I'm not shocked in the least. And the Bombshell Club, you got to believe Mercedes Sanchez is somewhere smiling from ear to ear because her girls are one step closer to finally winning the only tag titles they have not held yet in this business, and that's the Wildcats tag team titles. I guess Azula's going to keep everyone guessing, folks, as we are back on DCA Wildcats. What a night we've already had, and this night is still not over yet. We still have Ami Lyn going one-on-one with Megan Van Horne in just a few moments. But right now we are getting set to hear, for the first time in a very long time, a number of years as a matter of fact, from the older sister of Ovanna. I know a lot of people are probably shocked right now thinking, wait a minute, Ovanna has a sister. Yes, she has a sister. Melissa Morgan is back. For those of you who don't know Melissa Morgan, the last time this woman was in DCA, she was out to make Ovanna's life a living hell. And it culminated at Gateway to Heaven 2 years ago. Just over 2 years ago, I believe, when Ovanna beat Melissa in a match, and that was the last time anyone had seen or heard from her until this year's Gateway to Heaven, when she cost Ovanna the Gateway to Heaven briefcase. She had the briefcase in her hands before she looked to the crowd and saw Melissa, which kind of, to be honest with you, with that bright pink hair, it's kind of hard to miss her. And it led to Ellie Rose knocking Ovanna off the ladder and claiming the briefcase for herself. So the question has been since that night, why did Melissa cost Ovanna the briefcase? I guess we're about to find out. And she's got a microphone, and these fans are actually cheering for Melissa. The last time she was here, she was booed out of the building. What a difference a few years makes, I guess. Well, you know that Ovanna's not going to like those words. Not at all. And I'm pretty sure Melissa knew that that was going to incite Ovanna. But I don't know what she means by this whole, she knows what she's got to do. And the one thing Ovanna hasn't taken yet. But apparently she's going to let everyone know what that is on the next Wildcats episode.
leave anything on your front lawn, under your porch, on the side of the highway, where you can store all that stuff my way, down here at Jones Big-Ass Truck Rental and Car Storage. Now, I know y'all got stuff at your house that you don't need no more, you don't want. You know you ain't gonna use that printer. Why keep it all around your house? Bring it down here to my house. You ain't the Dukes of Hazzard. You know you ain't gonna use that ugly yellow luggage. You don't need all this crap. What you gonna do with this? This is not, in my yard, I don't care. I'll store this motorcycle in that van for you for $10.99 a month. You got old tires, they charge you $3 for that old tire. You can rent a truck, you can store a car, they don't care, bring it on down here. You ain't got to put that old tire for $3, for less than that. Hell, for you, for $3 they gonna charge you, I do it down here for $1.50 down here at Jones Big-Ass Truck Rental and Storage Facility. Now friends, you may ask yourself, how in the hell can he store this stuff for such a cheap price? Put this in a box, mark it for you, put it away, seal it. The fact of the matter is, I'm pretty drunk right now and store it. And this is a drunk discount sale down here at Jones Big-Ass Truck Rental and Car Facility. You got an elephant, I got space. Send me smoke signals. You got weed, and I'll store anything you want. Go ahead and give me a call or find me on them internets at www.jonesbigasstruckrentalstorage.com. That's JONES Big-Ass Truck Rentals and Storage.com. This is a bus. You know how big a bus is?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to DCA Wildcats. And what a night we have had so far tonight. Coming up later on, we will hear from the new #1 contender for the Wildcats Championship in Ellie Rose. That is coming up later on tonight. But as my friend Wayne K. Hayes would say, it is time for the main evento of the evening. The main event, if you will. We talked about Ovanna just a moment ago. And Ovanna's partner, Ami Lyn, is about to be in action right now against one half of Pirate Life in Megan Van Horne. Megan's first singles match in quite a bit, actually. But Megan Van Horne, I'm sure, would love nothing more than to shut up one of the members of the Looking Glass here tonight. Of course, this match was made, these two matches, this one and next episode's match, was made after the events of the Gateway to Heaven ladder match, where Mari made her return to action and went immediately after Ovanna. Through the good chunk of that match, actually, it was all those two women. And speaking of which, here comes, as Ovanna has put it, her Cheshire cat, if you will, in Ami Lyn. And Ami Lyn, we still don't know why she is with Ovanna now. I honestly can't begin to tell you or explain to you what Ovanna said to Ami Lyn to get her to go along with this. But nonetheless, Ami Lyn is probably, and I know this might be a controversial thing to say, but Ami Lyn may be on the roll of her career now with this new attitude change. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of people said that Ami Lyn's career was dead in the water after she lost that deal breaker match to lose the Suicide Girls. And by the way, for those people who are still on Lucinda's case about that, I just got to tell you this. That could have been anybody in that position, number one. And number two, how the hell was she supposed to know that match was going to lead to Ami Lyn going down the downward spiral she was? Everyone, all of y'all are acting like that was her fault. Like she knew that this was going to happen and she had some kind of vendetta against Ami Lyn. get off your high horses for 3 seconds and stop and look at the real picture, for God's sakes. And stop blaming everybody else for everyone else's problems. But apparently that's what happens in VW. Anyway, I'm getting on a soapbox. I'm probably going to get yelled at again for not doing something right or not doing something fast enough. Main event of Wildcats episode 192 is underway. It is Ami Lyn versus Megan Van Horne. These two women, former champions. Of course, Ami Lyn, a former Wildcats champion. Megan Van Horne, a former DCA Fever champion. As now, look at this. Leapfrog there, and no. Look at this. Going for a neck breaker? No. Very nicely done by Ami Lyn. Only a 1 count. And again, scoop slam. And again, you know, Ami Lyn, a lot of people again said that, oh, what a heel kick by Megan. A lot of people said that Ami Lyn's career was just dead in the water when she lost to Suicide Girls, which again, not Lucinda's fault. But now that she's with Ovanna, it seems like she's gotten a new lease on her career, for better or for worse. Only a 1 count. And now, Northern Lights suplex. Only a 1 count. And again, these two women are going to go out here and put on a show. Let's be honest. Look out. Elbow, no. Look at this. Wow. I think a lot of people tend to forget how damn good Megan Van Horne actually is. Megan Van Horne, 3rd generation in this business. She had all the makings of being a top star, and still does, as a matter of fact. But she chose to team with Mari Pond after they developed a friendship, and they went on to be one of the most legendary teams in the game. As now Ami Lyn with a tornado DDT quickly into the cover. 2, no. As now Ami Lyn swinging neck breaker again. Now double foot stomp. And now Ami just going to slow the pace down. And now Megan countering. Now what for a springboard Phoenix splash, but Ami Lyn, she knows that all too well. And now she's going right back to it. Cover. 2. No. Now again, like I said, Ami Lyn, this isn't the same Ami Lyn from before. This isn't that Ami Lyn that's going to fly all the way around the ring and do a bunch of flips and dives and whatever like she did before. She's going to try and slow this pace down. Ami Lyn can fly if she really wants to, if she chooses to. She just doesn't. And now, went for something in the corner and got a kick to the face for her efforts. Ami Lyn in trouble now. And another head scissors. And now went for a splash from the top, but she gets it. 1, 2, no. Is now, oh, went for a kick, doesn't connect. What's Ami doing here? Wow! 2, no. Ami Lyn waiting for Megan to get up. Megan went for a super kick. Ami Lyn goes for a super kick of her own. Went for a heel kick and she got all of it. And now Ami in trouble. Rolling Death Valley driver. And now back up top, going for a 450 splash. Cover. 1, 2, no. And now, oh, there's the super kick she was looking for earlier. But Ami Lyn gets one of her own. And now, heel trip. Is now Megan waiting for Ami to get up. No. Look out. Went for a splash and Ami getting out of the way, and Megan doesn't realize that she's up top and gets a DDT. 1, 2, no. Look out, went for a super hit again. Megan, fisherwoman suplex. 2. Only a 2 count again. And now, Megan once again in control. Look at this. Wow. 1, 2, no. What a match we are seeing between these two, whether you like Ami Lyn or you don't. The fact is, she's still one of the best talents on the Wildcats roster, bar none. There's a reason she was a former Wildcats champion to begin with. And a lot of people didn't expect her to walk out of Wildcats 100 with that belt, but that's exactly what she did, as now senton off the middle rope. Double foot stomp. Off the ropes. And I went for the penalty kick, but Megan got out of it. Wow. Ami Lyn. What footwork by the Shadow. And now Ami again off the ropes with another kick to the face. And now Ami sizing Megan up here. Oh! And now Megan rolling back out. No! Kick. And a forearm. Ami Lyn proficient in her strikes as well. Look out. Ami going to take flight. And now Ami. What's this? Roll through. No! Got a lariat for her efforts. And then a shooting star press. 2. No! And now again, Megan trying to get something going, but there's the speed of Ami Lyn striking. My goodness. No. And now, look out. X marks the spot. No! Countered by Lyn. And Ami Lyn right back in control just as quickly as she got control. She lost. She's back in it again. And Ami Lyn again. Just waiting for Megan to get back up. Running in. No. Arm drag. And then just sweeps her legs out. And now Ami. Oh my God, what a kick. I'm telling you, those strikes from Ami Lyn that can come completely out of nowhere, and they can debilitate you for the rest of the match. Uh-oh, wait a minute. X marks the spot from the corner. 2. No. And Ami Lyn just avoided disaster right there. And honestly, Megan's got to be thinking, what do I got to do to take this woman out? Maybe this tornado DDT to the floor. And it went for the super kick. And there's the last shot. The last shot by Ami Lyn on the floor. And Ami Lyn now, oh, wait a minute. Megan's back up. And I don't think Ami Lyn has any idea what has hit her right now. And now, Ami Lyn in trouble. Megan Van Horne on the move. Running in. Bulldog. Ami Lyn once again on the back pedal. But now trying to come back. Insecurity to the corner. Went for a kick. No. Ami in trouble. There's the spinning neck breaker. Into the cover again. 2. No. This has been a wonderful match to close out Wildcats episode 192. As now, look at this. Again, driving her into the mat. And there's the springboard Phoenix splash she was trying to go for earlier. 1, 2. No. And next episode of Wildcats, I have some news on that front. Of course, the main event of the next episode, as I stated before, Ovanna will be taking on Mari Pond in singles competition. The Black Plague Society were not too happy about the Rebels being added to the tag team title match at Revelations, so they have demanded a match with the Rebels next episode, and that is going to take place. Also, next episode is Ami Lyn with a tornado DDT, and now Ami trying to run in, but gets kicking Megan onto the floor. Also, next episode, Kimberly Page will be in action as she takes on an old rival of hers in Akira Suzuki, as Megan gets a tornado DDT by Ami Lyn on the floor. And now, what's Ami Lyn thinking here? Drop kick, no. Ami, no. Breaks out of that. Ami now trying to figure out what she's going to do next, and that may have cost her that hesitation. May have cost her here with a German suplex, but only gets a 2 count. And now, wow. And Ami may be hurt after that one, folks. This has been a hard-hitting affair between both of these women. And Ami Lyn not getting any breaks by Megan. She realizes what this could possibly mean as a victory here tonight. Sunset flip powerbomb to the floor. That's not going to help Amy's back if it's having any issues right now. Ami in trouble. Megan, super kick. And this could be moments away from being over, folks. X marks the spot again. No, Ami again at the counter. Ami Lyn has had that scouted for a majority of this match, and there's a cutter. Kick to the ribs, and now clothesline. Signature Ami Lyn offense. And now, you know what she's looking for now. She's saying it's over. She's looking for the last shot. And if she hits it, unlike on the floor, if she hits it in the ring, this match is over. Ami running in. No, wait. Caught her. Powerbomb. No. Hooks the legs. 1, 2, 3. No, only a 2 count. That could have been a massive victory for Megan there. Megan caught the foot. Spins her around. No. Kicks to the back of the leg by Ami. Ami going for another neck breaker. She connects with it. And now she goes for a Phoenix Splash. And this time she's the one that hits nothing but the mat. But Ami got the knees up. Snapmare. And now Ami, no. Oh, another heel kick. Oh, went for another one, and Ami caught her with a backbreaker. Ami, look at this. Big suplex. Dropped her on the back of her neck. Good God. But Megan's still fighting. And so is Ami. Right hand. Staggers Megan. Off the ropes. Went for a knee. Super kick doesn't connect. And now, look at these strikes by Ami Lyn. Look at these relentless strikes sending Megan to her knees. and then drives the knee into the face of Megan. That could be it. The leg is hooked, and it is not over. I apologize, folks. It is not over. And I don't think Ami can believe it. Ami Lyn thought that she had this matchup wrapped up, but apparently not. And I don't know what Amy's going to have to do to put Megan away. In the corner now, no. Ami again. And now Megan fighting back. Now again, both of these women going back and forth here. Kicks to the hamstring by Megan. And now, again, head scissors taking Ami Lyn down. She going for this frog splash. Can she hit it this time? No! Enziguri. But every time it looks like Amy's got the advantage, it does not work out for her. Heel kick again gets countered with a backbreaker. Good God, what a match we are seeing right now, folks. Both of these women going back and forth right now. Tried to kick her leg out, didn't get all of it. Went for an enziguri, right hand. Off the ropes. Went for the knee, doesn't connect. Went for the enziguri again. Fireman's carry by Megan. Again, she keeps trying for this enziguri. Ami keeps trying for this super kick. Both women scouting each other very well right now. And now again, Ami Lyn with these strikes. Again went for the super kick. Whoa, Ami getting out of that head scissors again. And now, again, these strikes. But this time, Megan saw it coming. Megan spinning neck breaker, but both women are down. What a match, folks. And Ami Lyn, the first to try and get to her feet. But wait, Megan collapsed and Ami taking advantage of it. 2. No. Megan tried to get up, but she collapsed and Ami took advantage. I gotta give her credit for that at least. Ami off the ropes. Went for a shooting star press. Megan now off the ropes, but no. Ami able to get out of the way at the very last moment. Drop kick, no. Ami Lyn missing that. Super kick doesn't connect. Head scissors doesn't connect. There's the last shot! Out of nowhere! The leg is hooked and it is over! Just like that, folks! Ami Lyn showing why she was a former Wildcats champion, folks. You may not like the company she keeps, but like I said earlier in this match, this might be the best run that she's been on in her career because she just proved it right there. My God, but you got to give it to both women in this match. They gave it everything that they had. What a match, folks. Look at this ending right here. Went for the super kick. Went for the head scissors. Landed on her feet. And this time when she landed on her feet, she was able to get enough energy up to hit the last shot. And you gotta wonder if Ovanna and Mari Pond were watching this very closely, because next episode they're going to be going at it in a one-on-one match. What's going to happen when that takes place? We're going to find out on the next episode of Wildcats.
Guess there is no one to blame. We're leaving ground. Will things ever be the same again? It's the final countdown. Oh, the final countdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, Call Stars 15 coming this August in what will cap off a amazing spring and summer here in Virtual Wrestling United. We got Call Stars in August. We got Prestige coming up in June/July. We'll have an exact date for you in the coming months. And then, of course, CCL's final event, The Last Lap, coming up in a few months as well. But also, we got Revelations 8 coming up, the finale of Season 8 of the Destiny Championship Alliance. And here's just some of the match card that has been announced so far for this massive event. And you are listening to Forgive Me by Boa. It is the official theme song of Revelations 8, and it is available wherever music is sold and streamed. This is going to come to an end at Revelations in a Hell in a Cell match. James Needham takes on one half of the DCA Tag Team Champions, Malik Brown. Morgan Raycroft finally gets the rematch she's waited almost 7 years for, as Morgan Raycroft and Candice Romero finally square off once again at Revelations. But will the result be the same as last time? Tommy Vercetti did some underhanded tactics to retain the Burnout title against Lupon III. This time, though, it'll be under Vice City Street Fight rules. This match was made on takedown. Casey Gordon and Jamal Bedlam will square off in a Falls Count Anywhere match to end their nearly years-long rivalry. This one's massive. Claudio Dragonheart and Yujiro Hanma will finally collide. The Dragonborn and the Ogre will collide in Soldier Field in Chicago, and you better batten down the hatches for this one. This one was also made on takedown. Two of the best pure wrestlers in the world will collide for the title. Kiyoshi Saiba defends against Dante Styles. This one is the most unpredictable match on the card in my opinion. Mizuko, Akira Yukimura, Dragon Sanctuary match, but will Akira even be there? We'll find out. And then, of course, we got the two big ones. Devitaki puts the Wildcats title on the line against the Gateway to Heaven ladder match winner, who we will hear from in just moments, Ellie Rose. Can Ellie do the impossible and stop the seemingly unstoppable Black Mamba? And then the big one. Two men that have been in this company since the day I signed them. Two of the pillars of this company. Two men undefeated at Revelations. Zack Stone, Takeru Yukimura, the world title on the line. Who is the real face of the DCA? Takeru says at the end of Revelations, there will be two Yukimuras as the faces of the company. Zack Stone, of course, has never lost at Revelations and has held this world title longer than any other champion on the roster. Of course, also, we have other matches on the card as well. I talked about the Dead Man's 5, the Dead Woman's 5, Rising Star title in a Fatal 5-way match in the Dead Woman's 5, Celestial title in the Dead Man's 5, Oseko and Yuki Mori, the debut 15 years in the making. That's taking place at Revelations. You got a stacked card, and of course, for all the information, go to DCA's Twitter, at DCA Wrestling on Twitter. And Discord server coming soon, possibly, maybe. Don't hold me to that. But right now, we got one more piece of business to take care of before this night is over. And that is hearing from the number one contender. She's been quiet through social media ever since she won that briefcase. We have not heard from Ellie Rose up till now. What does she have to say? What is her mindset knowing that she is going to be in the single biggest match of her entire career at Revelations 8? What is she going through right now knowing that she is in the top of the card, somewhere she's never been in her entire career? She's challenged for the Rising Star title. She's had contenders matches for the Fever title. She's had contenders matches for the SRW title. She's had matches for the Charge World title, for the Sparks title. She's had big moments. She's had big matches, but she's never been able, and she'll say that herself, she's never been able to get the job done. She's never been able to get to that moment that she wants to. Hell, her last opportunities were a Gifted DeBella ladder match where she got attacked by Elizabeth Ronson and had a concussion, and she was out for a majority of the year. And then it was a Road to Glory tournament where she was going to have an opportunity to possibly challenge for the World Wildcats title, and she couldn't get it done. She had the opportunity at the Fever title. She turned it down. And now, in an unbelievable twist of fate, she won the Gateway to Heaven ladder match, and 85% of the Gateway to Heaven ladder match winners have all gone on to win the Wildcats or World titles at Revelations. She's got the odds in her favor. The problem is, she's going up against a woman who's only lost once since she come to VW, or perhaps in her entire career, including Allure Wrestling. You know, the televised events anyways. She is up against it, against the impossible at Revelations, and she knows this. She has to know this, that she is up against the impossible. And like Hit Kid said at the end of Gateway to Heaven, that match, can Ellie make the impossible probable? That is what she's up against at Revelations. Those odds, those statistics, can she do that? And listen to these people.
if you're throwing it back. Excuse me if my home's draining the side. Soon as these happy faces, then you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Mi casa is tu casa, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my